In an attempt to get up into the sky and eventually reach the moon to get a better view of the earth, I took every upward step I had ever made and stuck them together to create a staircase of my past climbs. So, every time in my life that I had climbed up onto, say, a kickstool, the height I climbed would be represented by that particular kickstool. One kickstool for every time I climbed up onto it. These were then stuck together with some sort of strong bracket, resulting in a narrow set of stairs made entirely from kickstools. Having worked in an art supply shop for 3 years, I had stood up on the same red kickstool thousands and thousands of times. I watched as the red kickstool climbs were fixed together by a construction team of people that seemed to appear from nowhere, all wanted to help me with my task of getting above the clouds and reaching the moon. Before I knew it, there was this thin staircase of kickstools disappearing up into the sky with stanchions. I then began to think of all the ladders I had climbed over the course of my life and saw them appear instantly above me. Ladders from back home in York when Dad sent me up into the loft to get the Christmas decorations down. Wooden ladders and metal ladders of all sizes came together to give me another couple of kilometres of height. Then came the stairs of my life. I began to think about every stair and staircase I had climbed since birth, starting with the stairs that I tried to climb when I was a baby, the stairs I was too small to climb, the ones that my parents helped me up by holding my hand, the stairs to my upstairs flat in Walthamstow, climbing them almost every day for the past 3 years. That has to be at least 800 stair climbs. And then the stairs to my university flat in Newcastle, the stairs to my halls of residence, the stairs to every upper deck of a bus I've ever travelled on, the 3 or so stairs to the National Express coaches, the wooden steps up to the waltzers at the village fair I used to save up for as a child, the odd spiral staircase, the stone steps of every major city I have ever visited, seeing all the steps being stuck together from end to end to end to end to end. I was surprised at just how high they went. I looked up to see the structure, now with clouds passing across it, and began to think I may actually complete the 384,400 kilometre journey to the moon. Next came escalator trips, London Underground stations. Angel was particularly helpful. The trips to Marks and Spencer's with my mum when I was little. Metal upon metal was fixed together as the world's media began to gather at the base of my upward climb. "Why are you doing this?" they asked. "Why aren't you doing this?" I replied. Next, a huge elevator shaft was built. The Empire State Building gave generously. As months of construction passed, they added up and up and up and up and up, and I began to realise just how unsteady the structure looked. Like an outdoor staircase built by Tim Burton with Edward Scissorhands as his head architect, jagged and bad teeth-like, swaying in the wind. I tried to tell myself that I have climbed all these before. I can do it again. People started to really want to help me. They would come with memories of stairs that we had climbed together. Stairs from football grounds, theme parks, car parks. When people stopped offering up information, I packed a bag, said my goodbyes, left my phone on the kitchen table, and began to climb up the red kickstools of my past. Voices from the art shop filled my head as I quickly rose up into the morning sky. Pretty much every minute I spent in that shop, I thought I wanted to be somewhere else. Now I was somewhere else, and I still didn't know where I wanted to be. I'd always been afraid of heights, but this just seemed different in some way. Like I was climbing up a memory that was never going to let me fall. Or maybe I was climbing up my own life. That is what I've got to do, I thought. Climb up my own life until I die. Different steps came with different memories. I knew I had climbed steps with my grandpa, but couldn't remember them, and still can't. After a couple of years of climbing, I finally reached my destination. I had done that thing when you climb a hill and say, don't look round at the view until we reach the top. When I stepped foot on the moon, my foot plummeted into its dust up to my knee. I felt a long way away from war and love and my friends and my family. I lifted my moon dust coated foot and looked round at the ball where I live and could almost see the beautiful birds flying around it. I stood there for a minute in silence, took a deep breath and began to make my way home on all the downward journeys I had ever made. On my return, I realised that all the magic has been done down here. The beautiful, horrific, bumbling, inspirational, unorganised chaos that is the human race on planet Earth. We only see the sunrise because the earth gives it something to rise from. The birds only fly because they've got something to land on. What is the sky without someone to look at it and someone to look at it with? The sky is the topping, but the earth is the cake. Every time I go up in a plane, I look forward to being above the clouds, but I feel such a sense of relief when I get my feet back on the ground. I know I am back where I belong, with the species I belong to, where I can say the words, the sky, and people know what I mean. If the world is a stage, the sky is the backdrop, and I don't know what kind of messed up comedy drama this life is, but I do know that this is my home. This is where I need to be. And whenever life gets too much, I can look up and escape to where life isn't, to prepare myself for where life is. The sky is as blank as the future. The past is littered with what we've done, but the future is clear as when when you look up and you can't see where it stops. I guess that's where the phrase, the sky's the limit, comes from. There is nothing to stop you.